Okay, so my name is Callie. I am 22 and I live in Michigan. Um, when I was 9, was diagnosed with something called an AVM, which is where it's an abnormality in the brain where the blood vessels don't all connect right. And at the time, it was very rare. They didn't know much about it. And so I was sent to get proton beam radiation, and I did a few rounds of that when I was 9, and then again when I was 15 because it stayed stable throughout that time. But there was always a chance of it growing and causing a lot of other problems, including blood pooling and possibly blocking off an area of the brain. So then when I was 16, I started having seizures, and they weren't exactly sure why. They thought it could possibly be from the radiation that I had when I was 15 because they said that normally with my type of growth that I had, it takes about a year and a half to respond to treatment. So it was in fact responding to treatment, but instead of getting smaller, it was getting larger. And so it doubled in size in about 6 months. So they decided that I could either make the call that I could have it removed, but not know what motor function I would have left, or I could just wait for it to rupture and possibly lose my life. So for me, it was a no-brainer because I wanted to be here still. And then now when people are diagnosed, it is diagnosed as a tumor and a cancerous tumor at that. But back then when I was kind of going through it, they didn't know all that. When I was 16, after I had the surgery, I was wheelchair bound for about 2 years. I returned to high school in a wheelchair, and I finished my senior year and was working a lot through PT and OT and just trying to get stronger. And now I'm able to walk with just a cane, or sometimes I don't need anything at all. So that's really cool to see the hard work pay off. So right now I've been, unfortunately, going through a lot of late effects of the radiation that I did have, including gastroparesis, which is where part of the stomach becomes paralyzed, doesn't want to break down the food anymore. So I'm just trying to finish up some online classes that I've been able to take, and that's kind of where I am at right now. I am trying to stay positive, and I think that's a hard thing for all of us at times, to kind of, especially when we have a few rough days in a row, to keep going. But I do have faith that I lean on in those times, as well as groups like this who can understand what I've gone through and can kind of know the challenges without me having to explain to them step by step. So it's really nice, having groups like this and Can't Make a Dream friends that get what I've gone through and can sympathize with it and empathize with it. So that's kind of where I am now. I am getting excited for Christmas. I think that's about it. Is there anything else you would like me to add, Eric?
Oh no. I just want to say that I've known Kelly for a while, and she's going to be moderating this group while we're in Toronto. So she's going to be like, have you heard of Charlie's Angels? So you'd
Yeah.
be like Charlie. We'll
Oh, sweet. Okay.
we'll be checking in with you and ask us questions, and we'll give you mission updates and stuff like that. So it'd be kind of fun. So
Awesome.
I don't
That
know
sounds
anyone
great.
else doing this kind of stuff. So I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of fun for everyone.
No, yeah, that's really cool.
And
Have you
then
been able to connect with a lot of people to
yeah, it's actually pretty cool. We're going to be going to Cirque du Soleil in
Oh,
Canada
awesome.
with a couple of Canadian survivors, and I actually met some Canadian brain tumor survivors that we're going to be doing stuff with. I think we're
Oh,
going to we're going to an event of theirs, and then we're also going to like some Christmas festival in Toronto. With
oh, how
them,
cool.
and then also with some young adult survivors. So
Okay,
should be a lot of fun.
awesome. I hope you guys do have a good time
Oh
and
yeah.
get a lot out of it, and hopefully, get the word passed on about our group, and can get some more followers and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And Bryan, do you want to tell your story a little bit more
Yeah,
formally?
sure, I can do that. My name is Bryan Barth. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm 31 years old. In 2005, I was diagnosed with multiple non-operable brain tumors, classified as pilocytic astrocytoma. Actually, at that point, it was juvenile pilocytic astrocytoma, which just means stage one, or grade one, which is not super serious. But for me, all my tumors are in and on my brainstem, so kind of not a good spot.
No.
Yeah, I had a brainstem tumor also, so
Yeah,
I feel you.
I had 30 sessions of radiation and I had 13 months of chemo, but I've been stable since 2006. So that's a good sign.
That's a great sign.
Yeah. So actually, Bryan, have you met survivors with similar tumors? Or
I've I've actually met a pretty good handful of survivors that were diagnosed with the exact same thing.
oh, cool.
So because what I have is actually the most common tumor diagnosed in children 18 and up.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
Okay.
didn't know that either.
So I'm not that rare, just
Okay.
different.
So, yeah, as long as I've got you talking, Bryan, like, what are you most looking forward to going to Toronto?
Well, I'm looking forward to just meeting people and hanging out and seeing what it's like up there.
Okay.
Or over there, I guess. It's not really up. When I think of Canada, I think it's northern, but it's not north to me.
That is true.
It's east.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I was thinking, what's he talking about? It's north to us, but
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing initially. But yeah.
I guess I was thinking Michigan. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, Kelly, I definitely want to try. Can you record, or is it just me that can do that?
Oh, sorry, Eric. You cut out for a second. What did you say?
I was going to say, is it only me that can record, or can you record anything?
Let
I
me.
know I can record, but or I see that I can record.
Okay, so I pressed record, and it just says that I have to get permission from the host. So I don't know if it maybe sent you some sort of message. Do you see anything?
Let me pause this recording here, and then we'll see what we can do.